Hi everyone, welcome to another crochet tutorial with me, Laura, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make my cute little vampire critter. And it's going to be part of a set. We've also got a little zombie that's going to be coming, and I'm currently designing a little bat as well. But the pattern is pretty much all the same. The vampire is probably the most complicated, so I'm going to show this one on camera today. But I'm just using a DK, a light worsted weight yarn, and we're going to need 4 colours today, if I can get my words out. So I'm using a purple for the main body colour, and for his hair it's going to be black. We need a tiny bit of white for his fangs and also a red for his cloak. And with that I'm using a 3.5mm E4 crochet hook, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors, a yarn tapestry needle as well for sewing in those ends, and you're going to need some toy stuffing as well, which I've got somewhere in this room. Okay, so we're going to start with the purple for the main body colour to begin with, and I did actually use a magic loop for my little vampire here, which created a tighter bottom to the project. We're going to work 8 single crochet into a 4 chain loop instead though, just for beginners. So to do that we're going to do a slip knot, and we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we're going to put our hook into the first chain. Bring the yarn through, straight through the loop on your hook to do a 4 chain loop. So you can do a magic circle instead if you want to, and work 8 single crochet into the magic circle. But we're going to work 8 single crochet into the center of this 4 chain loop. So we're going to go into the middle of this loop, bring the yarn through, and we're going to do a single crochet. So this pattern's in US terminology. In UK terminology it's going to be a double crochet. We want 8 of those, so that's 1, just wrapping it around the chains, do another single crochet, 2, another one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and squeeze one more in, 8. So you've got 8 single crochet in there, and even with a 4 chain loop you can pull that tail end if you worked into the middle, and it does bring in the center a bit. Then we're going to slip stitch into our first single crochet, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's find the first one. Going to slip stitch into there to join the round. We've got 8 single crochet. Then we're going to do a little chain 1, and we're not going to count that as a stitch, it's just for leverage. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. So go back into there, do a single crochet, and then we're basically going to create a square, like a little granny square. So in the next stitch we're going to do 1 single crochet, then we're going to chain 2, so it'll be our corner, then 1 single crochet in there again, so go back into there again. That creates a little corner, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So in the next stitch we just do 1 single crochet, then in the next stitch we do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So 1 single crochet, chain 2, and another single crochet. Repeat that again. So in the next stitch we do just the 1 single crochet, next stitch 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. I'm going to do that one more time. Next stitch 1 single crochet, and then the last stitch 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and it always looks like there is a stitch left, and that is your previous slip stitch at the end of your first round. Is what I call the fake stitch. It's there to trick you. So don't work into that. We're going to find the first single crochet we did, so you might want to count backwards, and we're going to slip stitch into there. And we should have a stitch count, including our chains, of, what's our stitch count? 20. So we should have a stitch count of 20, including those chains. So moving on to round 3, we're going to do a chain 1 again. Don't count that as a stitch though. Do 1 single crochet in the first 2. So starting in the same stitch, you just slip stitched into, if my camera wants to focus, do a single crochet in there, then 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And then in that 2 chain space on the corner, I'm going to do the same thing as we did last time. So go into that 2 chain space and wrapping it around the chains, do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet in that 2 chain space. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and be careful not to miss that first stitch. So sometimes that single crochet can be hiding it, so you need to find that first one there. There we go. 1 single crochet in there, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Then in the 2 chain space on the corner, put our hook into there, we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and just repeat that all the way around. So now we do 1 single crochet in the next 3, next stitch 2, next stitch 3. Then in that 2 chain space we do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Let's repeat that back to the beginning. So 1 single crochet in the next 3, 2, 3. Then in the 2 chain space, 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Then you should have, because we did 2 at the beginning, there should be 1 single crochet left. So in that last stitch, do a single crochet. That is our fake stitch. Then find your first single crochet and slip stitch into there. Just join the round. By the end of that round, again, it's still not going into that properly. By the end of this round, you should have a stitch count of 28, I think. 28, that's right. Okay, so do one more increase round. Going to chain 1, and then again, starting in the same stitch just slip stitched into, we're going to do 1 single crochet in those first 3 stitches. So the first stitch 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 3. Then in the 2 chain space, same thing again, we do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. And this time we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So careful not to miss that first one. Do 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 3, next stitch 4, next stitch 5, and then we're at the corner again, and the 2 chain space we do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and repeat that all the way around back to the beginning. So now we do 1 single crochet in the next 5. Okay, so just coming up to the last corner, the last 2 chain space, do 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and then you'll have 2 stitches left, so do 1 single crochet in the last 2. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch into our first single crochet. Just join the round. Okay, so by the end of that round you should have a stitch count of 36 in total. Okay, so now we're going to start working the length, the main body. And so rounds 5 to 11, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 7 rounds. We're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch round, but in the 2 chain space we're just going to do 1 single crochet. So for this one we do a chain 1 to begin, starting in the same stitch as your previous slip stitch. We do a single crochet, do 1 single crochet in the first 4, so 1, next stitch 2, next stitch 3, next stitch 4. Then in that 2 chain space we're just going to do 1 single crochet on the corner. Then we do 1 single crochet in the next 7, I think it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, in the next 7. So go straight into the next stitch. Do 1 single crochet in the next 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then on the corner in that 2 chain space we just do 1 single crochet, and then back to doing 1 single crochet in the next 7. So just repeat that all the way around back to the beginning. Then after your last corner, so we do 1 single crochet in that 2 chain space, you should have 1, 2, 3 stitches left. So we do 1 single crochet in the last 3. 1, 2 and 3. So this is round 5. And then we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet to join the round. And now we can just easily do 1 single crochet in each stitch round. So for round 6 we do a chain 1, and always starting in the same stitch as your previous slip stitch. We're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, keeping a stitch count of 32, I believe you have now. Yep, so you have a stitch count of 32, and we're going to do that for rounds. This is round 6 now, so round 6 to 11. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're going to do 6 rounds of just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, keeping a stitch count of 32. So I shall do that, and then I shall come back and show you what to do next. And as you make it, you want to push it out this way. So this is the right side on the outside. Okay, so just coming up to the last stitch on the last round, and we're going to slip stitch to join as usual. So I've done in total, how many rounds was it? 7 rounds. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was round 11 of just doing 1 single crochet in each stitch round, pushing it out this way towards you, and hopefully you've got something that looks like a little basket. So now we're going to do his hair. So we're going to get some black yarn, and we're going to join the black yarn in a little chain 1. Just hold that finger, bring that through the loop, pull the purple down. And now we're working with our black yarn, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 13 stitches. So we're going to start in the same stitch we just slip stitched into, and as we go we're going to carry the purple. So we want to keep the purple underneath over the top of our hook, and we're going to work a single crochet, and after that first one you might want to just pull the black down and the purple. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 13, so that's 1, next stitch again, making sure that purple is on top of our hook to carry the yarn. 2, 3, 12, and coming up to 13. On the 13th one though, we're going to join the purple yarn again. So we're going to go into the stitch and bring the black through, but instead of yarning over with the black, we're going to put the black down and get in a mess with the other vampire. And we're going to grab the purple yarn and we're going to bring that through to finish that last, the 13th single crochet. And now we're working with our purple again. And we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4, and we're going to join the black again on the 4th stitch. So 1 single crochet in the next 4. And we're going to carry the black yarn this time. So 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, then on the 4th one we're going to rejoin the black yarn. So we go into the stitch and grab the purple, but instead of finishing with the purple we're going to bring up the black again and bring that through. So now we're working with the black again, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the black, but we're going to join the purple at the end of the stitch. So bring the black through, then drop the black, bring up the purple again, hopefully not getting your yarns too tangled, and yarn over with the purple. That creates a nice colour change. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 in purple, carrying the black yarn. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the 4th one we're going to rejoin the black, so we bring the purple through, but we drop the purple, bring up the black yarn and finish that stitch with the black yarn. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in black to the end, so that's in the last 10 stitches. And I'm going to carry the black yarn, the purple yarn around as well. I could just leave it there. I might just leave the purple yarn there. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet to the end in the black yarn. That should be in the last 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 9, and the last one 10, and we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet, and it gets quite hard to see now because I'm using black yarn, so I hope you can still follow along. First single crochet, just join the round. Okay, so moving on to round 13, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 15 stitches. We'll start with a little chain 1, and going into the same stitch you just slip stitch into, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 15. So 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, and on the 15th stitch, this one, we're going to bring up the purple. And I left my purple here last time, so I'm going to put the black down and I'm going to finish that 15th stitch in the purple. And I'm just going to grab it from over here and bring that through through that stitch. And be careful it doesn't pull your project, so we're going to pull that out a little bit so it's loose inside, and that won't distort your project. And now we're going to pull the black tight and we're working with the purple. Okay, so we're going to do 1 single crochet in purple. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet in the purple now, just the one. So go into the next stitch, and then I'm going to carry the black yarn. And we're only doing the one, so we're going to rejoin the black straight away. So I'm going to put the purple down, pick up the black again, bring that through, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 4 in black. I'm going to carry the purple, and so the next 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then in the 4th one we're going to drop the black and finish that stitch in the purple, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the purple, carry that black, but because we're only doing the one, we're going to not yarn over with the purple, we're going to yarn over with the black to finish that stitch. And that's the end of our purples. So now we can relax a little bit and do 1 single crochet to the end in the black. So don't need to carry the purple. So in the last 11 stitches, just do 1 single crochet in the black yarn to the end. Okay, when you get to the end, we're just going to slip stitch into that first single crochet, which you can't really see, but that joins the round, and you should still have a stitch count of 32. And now we're just going to do one single crochet. We can actually just trim off the purple, get the purple out of the way. So we're done with the purple. That can just sit on the inside for a bit of stuffing. And we're going to start off with a chain 1, and we're going to do one single crochet in each stitch around, so keeping a stitch count of 32. Starting in that same stitch we just slip stitched into, do one single crochet in each stitch around in the back. Okay, once you've done one single crochet in each stitch around, we're just going to slip stitch to join. And then we're just going to close up our little vampire. So you've got his hair shape there, and all we're going to do to close up the top is just single crochet 2 stitches together, just until the hole gets too small. So we are going to start with a little chain 1, and I'm going to do the invisible decrease, but you can do a normal decrease. So for an invisible decrease, we're going to start in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. Instead of going through the whole of the stitch, we're just going to go through the front loop. And then we're going to bring the hook straight down and find the next stitch, but again just go under that front loop only. So you're just going in the first 2 front loops of those stitches, then bring the yarn through and then finish with a single crochet, and that just makes it a little bit less bulky with the decreases here, which you really can't really see because it's blacked out, but decrease how you like and do single crochet 2 stitches together until you get to the end, and just keep doing that over and over again until the hole gets really small. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to keep single crocheting 2 stitches together for a decrease all the way around. And when you get to the end of this round, my last single crochet 2 together, I'm going to slip stitch in the first decrease and then just do the same thing again. So I'm going to chain 1 and then single crochet 2 together until the end. So again, for me, doing the invisible decrease, single crochet 2 stitches together till you get to the end, but obviously you're going to want to stuff your little character before you get to the end, so I shall do that as well. So just coming up to the last decrease of this round, and then I'm going to slip stitch to join. It's got really small now, but I'm going to find that first decrease that I did, which is there. Slip stitch into there. It's going to bring up a loop, and then before the hole gets really small, which you can't even see anything now, so but if we get some blunt scissors and just open out our shape, hopefully you can see the hole a little bit better. There is a small hole there. And what we're going to do is we're going to stuff our head, and then I'm just going to sew that remaining hole closed. So I'm going to get some toy stuffing before the hole gets too small, and then just stuff my little critter. Okay, so I finished stuffing my little critter, and what I'm going to do now is just going to sew that hole closed, and then I think my filming will be done for today because I'm running out of light. So I'm going to cut my yarn, just pull that loop through, grab a yarn needle, and we're going to drawstring sew this closed. So to do that, we're going to go into the next stitch and out through the next stitch, and just do that all the way around, just pulling it gently in for the next stitch, out for the next, and that slowly brings in the hole like a drawstring. Okay, my stuffing's showing through, so I'll have to sort that out. But when you're back at the beginning, we're just going to hide our tail end as well. So that stuffing bit's in there. So I'm going to sew through somewhere else on the body. Okay, and then just going to push this down slightly, trim that down, and when it pops back, tail end disappears on the inside. So there we go, there is our main body for our little critter, and then I'm going to, you won't notice any different because it will just edit straight into the next part, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow for a bit of a better lighting, and we'll start working on his cloak and his features. Hey, welcome to day, it's actually 2 days later, but to you guys it's just carrying on. So we're going to make the cloak now, and what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our red yarn, and we're going to chain 21. Okay, so we're going to chain 21. Let's chain 1, 2, 3, 18, 19 and 20 and 21. We need to chain 21, that's right, 21. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in our second chain from our hook, so we don't count the loop on our hook. My camera really doesn't want to focus this morning, does it? Then what we want to do is we want to do 1 single crochet in our second chain from our hook, so we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first chain, there's our second. Put our hook into there, and we're going to do a single crochet. I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each chain across. So let's go into the next chain and do a single crochet, and in the next chain, and just continue doing 1 single crochet in each chain across, keeping a stitch count of 20, and my camera just doesn't want to focus today, it's being naughty. There we go. So 1 single crochet in each chain across. You should have a stitch count of 20. Okay, so just coming up to the end, and then what we want to do is we want to do a chain 1 and turn. Not going to count that as a stitch. And starting in that first stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch across, keeping a stitch count of 20. Okay, just coming up to the end, 1 more single crochet. And then we're going to do that one more time. We're going to chain 1 and turn and do 1 single crochet in each stitch across, keeping a stitch count of 20. Let's just do that one more time. Okay, so just finishing that row as well. So you should have something that looks like this, and then what we're going to do is some little increases on the ends. So we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do 2 single crochet in the first 2 stitches. So that first stitch we do single crochet, I'm going to do another one in the same stitch. So you've got 2 in there, and we're going to do 2 in the next stitch as well. 1 and 2, and my camera does not want to focus today. It's like, it's really bleary-eyed. I've tried manual focus, that doesn't want to work either. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 16 stitches, so that's basically every stitch up to the last 2. So 1 single crochet in the next 16 stitches up to the last 2. Okay, 16. And then in the last 2 stitches we're going to do 2 single crochet in the last 2. So the next stitch we do 2 single crochet. Then in the very last stitch we do 2 single crochet as well. And 2. Okay. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch. 1 and 2, and you can really start to see his collar appearing. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 16 again. So 1 single crochet in the next 16. 1 2, this will be up to the last 4, 3, and then when you've got 4 stitches left, we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 and 2, then just 1 single crochet in the next stitch, then 2 single crochet in the next stitch, ending on just 1 single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, so that is his cloak made, and we can get some scissors and then cut this and sew this on. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little bit of tail for sewing, and then just pull that loop through like that. Get a yarn needle, and we're going to sew down to about halfway down the edge. So as neatly as you can, just sew down to about halfway. And then, with this increases being at the top, we're going to then sew it onto our little vampire. So obviously we want to keep his fringe at the front, so starting on the side, just slightly away from that corner, going to sew this on. So to do that, I'm just going to go into stitch on the body, then come up through the cloak, then back down through the cloak, and then through the body. And then you can line it up with your stitches as well all the way around, so you know it's going to be even. So then we're going to do that all the way around. So come up through the cloak again, back down through the cloak, and then through a stitch on the body. So do that all the way around, sewing it on. So you want to go all the way over and then up halfway here. So I shall do that and I shall come back. Okay, so I've sewn his cloak on and it looks like this. All that's left to do now is his little face, and the only bit of black yarn I have got left without hunting down some more is this bit. So I'm going to try and do the eyes and the mouth with just this bit of yarn. So, but for the eyes, I mean, you can use safety eyes if you want to. What I like to do is little French knots on top of each other. So I'm just going to take the end of this strand about there, do 1 knot, and then I'm going to do another knot right on top of that. And I'm going to do 1 more on top of that to make the little eyes. There we go, and then I'm going to sew that in and then do the same for the other eye and then sew on a mouth. So and I put the eyes at about 1, 2, 3, 4 rows down in between here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so about there. And then coming out at about 4 stitches, 5 stitches over, 54, so probably about here. And then the little knot should catch on the outside. Then I'm just going to create a knot this side for the second eye. So I shall do that, and then I shall come back and just sew on some little fangs. Okay, so I managed to do it with that much yarn left. So now we're going to take a little bit of white yarn and we're just going to sew on some fangs. So take about that much and find your yarn needle. What I like to do to secure the yarn is just to do a knot on the right on the end, so don't waste too much yarn, and that'll just help catch it on the inside on all the stuffing. Then we're going to sew from anywhere on the body and we're going to come up obviously in a fang position, so about here. That's probably okay, just below the mouth, and then that should catch on the inside. And then we're going to come down to here. I'm going to try and do like a little triangle. And then we're going to come, I find it easier actually, it's easier to come out somewhere else. There we go, don't pull too tight. And go back in where you came out. And let's come to the top. And just go down in the same position there to create a little triangle. Come out over here so we can see what we've done. And there we go, there's his little fang. So I'm going to repeat that for the other side and then he's done. And there we go, there's his other fang, which went a little bit wrong, but we're going to go with it. But you can do a much neater job like I did here off camera for the little vampire. And I don't know why, but every time I crochet on camera it ends up slightly smaller than the one I do off camera. So I think my tension is a bit different. But there we go, that's a little Halloween critter, a little vampire. And I will also release my little zombie character. I'll write that up as a written pattern along with the vampire. And there's a little vampire coming, another vampire, you've got a vampire, there's a bat coming as well. And I'll put those all on the website happyberry.co.uk. But thanks for watching, I hope you managed to follow along and I'll see you soon for some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, bye.